We're now on to the Britannia Challenge Cup. University of London B on your right-hand side of the picture, and the Deutsche Ruder Club Hannover on the left-hand side of your picture. We've seen a couple of crews from Germany make the trip here to Henley Regatta, and looks like this crew's got off to a good start here, Greg.
Yeah, brilliant to come over from Hannover to find themselves racing here on the Henley stretch. This Hannover Cox 4 that we're looking at, they actually came 5th place in the German championships this year, rowing over 1 kilometre. So I wonder what they're going to make of this longer Henley course, and with the conditions they've got today. Who knows whether they'll be fast starting, but will this London Rowing Club B crew be able to live with them and put them under some pressure in the second half?
Well, do you know what? I was going to say perhaps we'll see them shoot out the blocks, and that's exactly what they've done. Used to racing over 1,000 metres, like you say, in their stroke man. We've got Malte Engelbrecht, who's in the stroke seat, a junior world silver medalist, so lots of experience at the helm there. And we're cutting back now to the middle of the course, and it's still the crew from Hannover that lead by, well, clear water now.
Yeah, it's clear water. They're just past Forley, so in the 3rd quarter of the race. And the Hannover crew now have been able to exert themselves. They're past that 1 kilometre. They've done 3 1/4 miles. That's designed to confuse them. They won't know exactly what that is, but they should know that they're pretty well actually in the 3rd quarter of the race, coming up to, what is it, about 1,500 metres.
Have you just admitted that the stewards deliberately confuse the international crews with their metric systems versus...
It's the sort of thing you get used to when you've rowed on the Henley course, you know, knowing what these marks are. You know, the barrier, Forley, the 3/4 mile, the mile, the 1/8. And then that progress board. All of those marks are the things that I always used to notice out of the corner of my eye, which are the marks that let you know, now you're at Reminen Club, now you're going to get a roar. After that, it's going to go quiet, because you can see these trees on the bank, and there's a real void, and you've got to make sure you keep yourself strong there.
And a roar London Rowing Club will get going past Reminen Club. It's still very achievable here for the London Rowing Club crew in blue and white, and they are still within striking distance. A bit of experience in that crew, but we'll come on to them in just a second. We're looking still at the crew from Hannover. A couple of Henleys under their belt in the bow pair actually here. Hellhammer and Dietrich in the middle of the boat actually. Excuse me, not the bows, in the 3 and 2 street. They've already got a Henley Royal Regatta under their belt, so like you say, maybe they won't be quite as confused because they know exactly where they are on the course.
And where they are on the course now is just coming towards the top of the enclosure, and there they will realise this is the bit they want to get to. They now just want this crew from London Rowing Club to go away, except that their position is that they're not going to win. But the club from London Rowing Club are not going away. They're hanging in there as we get a nice little shot there at that Hannover crew. You can see they've got, we had a little close-up there, they had little orange clams that I'm assuming they probably used in the warm-up and then took them off when they made a decision over how much headwind they were going to row into, because that clam just allows them to adjust the gearing a little bit, effectively changing the gears on the bicycle. How hard do they want it to be?
Yeah, and that's quite a lot of trust to put into your crew as a coach, to say, look, you make the assessment at the top of the course. You see what you think the conditions like when you race, and you can use these. That's the shots there of London Rowing Club as they trail, and I think actually they've fallen further behind here, Greg. So perhaps that gearing is just helping the crew from Hannover to continue to move away.
Well, I think, yeah, you're right there. I mean, those are levers, they're gears, they're fixed. You made that choice at the beginning of the race when you sit on the start, but then it really comes down to how efficiently you use it. And that combination that we've spoken about already, about that physical strength, the technique to row the length, and then that mental focus. And the Hannover crew have been pretty solid here and steered really nicely, nice and tight to the booms there.
Oh, you can see the Cox. Hulmeier in the bows there, telling her crew that they are close to the line. They're at 30 strokes a minute, fairly pedestrian here, no need to raise the rating and show their cards too early in this event. They'll save that sprint for another day in the Britannia Challenge Cup, and they'll beat out perhaps one of the home favourites in this event, London Rowing Club, who will cross the line unable to progress. And there are your winners, the crew from the Deutsche Ruder Club Hannover.